My name is Ülane and I'm the Head of Business Development at e-Residency. Last fall, we asked e-resident startup founders, what do they need? What do they want from Estonia? How can we help them? One of the three things that they mentioned was how to network, how to find contacts in Estonia. So today I have here Elise Sass, who I first met when I was an early stage founder myself, when she was managing the program at Startup Wise Guys. But after that, you've done a number of things.
Hi, Ülane. Yes, I have done a number of things, but all of them have been connected with startups, building lots of startups, meeting startuppers, and a lot of founders and the first employees in those.
You're a co-founder of Lift99.
Yes, I'm one of the co-founders of Lift99 that is located in Estonia.
And Lift99 manages a co-working community both in Tallinn and in Kiev.
Yes.
And for a few years you were developing a network called Salto of founders, helping other founders.
That's also correct. Because a lot of ideas, also Lift99 idea has been that it's about connecting the startup-minded people, those who want to create something. Some of them become founders, some of them become the first employees in the startups, some of them just to want to make a big impact. So yes.
Awesome. So we have a lot of e-resident entrepreneurs who are essentially foreigners and looking to build their startups somehow hand in hand with Estonia and Estonia's ecosystem. Could you share a little bit about what makes Estonian startup ecosystem special?
The main thing is it's so small, which is both might be a bad thing, but essentially it has been an awesome thing for Estonia, because building stuff from Estonia means that you have to think globally from day one. This is the reason why we have so good international startups. You know, when we talk about startups, we don't mean local business, we mean international business immediately. And everybody who also come here see that we are very good at thinking outside of the box and using less resources than other countries, for example, are often used to doing that. And of course, we are smart.
Could you name a few organizations or communities that are essential to know about when somebody is looking towards Estonia?
Well, one of them is, of course, Lift99, not just because of the physical location, but because of the mentality that happens in there. You know, people describe, whether you're expat or you're a local person, when you go to Lift99 space, that kind of immediately sucks you in. You meet people, you're very open to speak with them about biotech or AI that is currently very hot, and also about your business ideas. But I think Estonia is very important in that sense that both the startup organizations and the government have done a very good job doing things together and really rather working hard to expand each other's strengths on these matters. We have many accelerators, we have other startup programs, we have hackathons that are hacpening in Estonia and elsewhere. We have very good VC funds, so yes, there are plenty of them.
What's the number one event or hackathon to know about in Estonia?
I still think it should be Latitude, the conference itself, because it brings together a lot of different people and not just those who are already in the startup world, but also those who are like kind of sniffing the first ideas from there and thinking whether to go there, and also brings together people from completely different sectors. So that's definitely one go-to event, happen just once a year. Otherwise, to have some understanding of what is an entrepreneurship or a startup life about, hackathons are a great way to start. So for example, Garage 48 hackathons, the student hackathons that they organize, it gives a very good kind of focused way of 48 hours trying whether you like it or not, because it's at the end of the day like a compact way how to know what is out there.
Maybe let's talk about, why do startup founders need to network at all? Like what's the value of a network if you are a startup founder?
I think I've been in the startup world soon, close to 20 years. I think when we started in Estonia as well, one of the things that we heard was, I have a very good idea, but I can't tell you because it's a secret. It's not there anymore, and the networking is very important to actually expand your ideas, your thoughts, and collect it, because you can never know where this kind of source of information might come from. You might end up building basically software for forest with an algorithm that was first made up for measuring bacteria. Like two sectors that
Is that a real example?
That is a real example, by the way. It was from Garage 48, one of the first years that timber diameter kind of figured that out. And so you never know what that is. So like when you're speaking with other people, what might come out of that. That is, I think, the most essential part. And you can definitely solve a lot of problems with gathering more and more information from people around you, which also means that you have to be open yourself to share. So this kind of openness and also being kind to share your own information. That is important for networking and really get to know other people.
So you'd say validating your idea with other people?
I wouldn't yet say invalidate it, I would say gathering information. Validated comes next, because, and that is very important as well. Come on, it's one of the tools that we learn from the startup course, like go out now and validate your idea and speak with others. But essentially networking and knowing people. When you came to Startup Wise Guys, then John told me a few weeks before that, John from London, who kind of was one of the founding team members as well, that his value is not the thing that he knows stuff, he just knows people. And this is why people come to him. So because of the networking again, he goes to places, he knows people, he can speak about different topics, and when you go to him and ask like, I would need some advice on how to raise money. Of course, fine, he will get you. But also he knows people who know about artificial intelligence right now. And if you go into specifics, then he will know where to get you to. This is what I think happens in Estonia as well. That as we are small, but we have enough people in different sectors. And if you ask around, you will get to the right people to give you quite good information that is available.
It is indeed true. When I was an early stage founder myself, then when I had some questions, when I had some doubts, then somehow somebody introduced me to the right person who helped me out with different questions about either go-to-market strategies or product market fit and how to evaluate it and everything else. Let's say I'm an entrepreneur, an e-resident startup founder from Mexico, and somehow end up here. How do you coach me, mentor me to build my network here? What would I do? Where would I go just to start off?
Just to start up, very simple. No coaching, mentoring needed. Step into Lift99. It's in Telliskivi area. Go to the kitchen, grab a cup of coffee and start speaking with people.
The reason why I was saying I was a startup founder from Mexico is that I literally met somebody once who had been here for 2 weeks, and they had gone into Lyft, spoke to some people, and by the time I met them, they had been here for 2 weeks, and I basically could conclude that we know all the same people. So do you have any good examples of somebody who has made the best out of this community-based networking here in Estonia?
I do. I have, well, there are lots of examples, right? But maybe if you were talking about somebody from Mexico, then another example who came to Estonia just for a month, you know, basically looking for a life meaning, ended up planning, working from Estonia, from Lift99 for just a month. Within that month, yeah, he probably got to know all those people that you know already, but also got hired by another company working in Estonia, and then continues to live here now even over a year from that time. And what is important, he's not just here, he's a very important community member himself as well, and really valued by others, Estonian startuppers and expats over here.
And once you have made these initial connections and you feel that you know who to turn to on certain questions, then how to keep it going, how to grow this network, how to also give back.
Well, exactly. How to continue to grow this network is by starting to give back. I think the Estonian startup community, as I said previously already, there's like a lot of openness and there's a lot of kindness as well. And giving back attitude, because if you look at the tech companies that have started from Estonia, you know, Skype 20 years ago, this is definitely the company that started a lot of next actions and like a domino effect grown out of that. And all of the people out of Skype, they also had the attitude that they are open for any questions out there. They will give back for the community, both their knowledge, but also investing their money, which was something that the Skype founders did. And sharing the kind of ideas and thoughts that you have yourself with others. And why not, arrange some meetups yourself, whether you're playing like a tiny guitar that, is amusing for others, or, something specific about a hot sector. This is something that is always possible to do in Estonia through the community.
Mm-hmm. What about like channels? Where do I find out what's going on myself? Where do I subscribe to? Do I use Eventbrite? What do I do?
Well, social media. So I think that's a good place to start, for example, to know what are the startup organization, might be Startup Estonia website, where they have listed all these organizations. So you can just like very, very quickly figure out what are the names and follow them. Nowadays, the social media is definitely a place, not so much probably the ticket buying systems, including Eventbrite, but rather Facebook events are the ones that are often used to announce the new ones and all those tools.
Mm-hmm. How many events should I go to every year or month?
I would say if you arrive to Estonia, you should go to an event at least like twice, 3 times per week at first. Then you will get to know all those people that everybody else know. But also because now there are different type of events, and you would also figure out what is something that is important for you, especially if you have like very broad interest at first. If you already know that you have a specific interest and you want to, meet those who are writing JavaScript and figure out where they meet and what they do. But I think in general, if you want to make business out of Estonia, then these general meetup events are very, very important to participate. All right.
Do you have any last tips to somebody who is an e-resident, has Estonia's digital ID, looking to tie their future, building their business in Estonia? Then what would be your number one advice?
Just, get the plane ticket and fly here.
All right.
We are welcoming you.
Thank you, Elise, very much for joining me today and talking about networking, which was one of the topics that e-resident startup founders really wanted to hear about. We will have 2 more of these interviews, also talking about the ecosystem in general and funding as well. But we are inviting everybody who is listening to our big Q&A webinar on the 22nd of March, where we will cover different opportunities to find support for your business, be it grants, funding, investments, or different mentorship and accelerator programs. So come and join us on March 22nd.